Okay, live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Looks good. Everything going. Should have all the streaming issues and hiccups resolved. Hopefully, maybe, maybe not. We'll see. I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments if not. So interesting topic today. As the title states, if you want to make more money, I guarantee this will work. I had an interesting experience the other day. I had one of my service providers come in and talk to me for a little bit. And his name is Drew, and he is the owner and operator of Drew's Total Lawns. And a link to his site is in the description, both here on YouTube and over on Facebook. And it was interesting because he came in and he told me it was actually raining the day he was out there doing the yards, and he explained to me that he was going on vacation and that he was trying to get ahead of everything because his sister's getting married and he's going down to the wedding down in Miami where he's from, and reminded me of an interesting story I shared and I will share with you. One of my great mentors in motivation and in just in general has always been Zig Ziglar. First guy I ever listened to from a motivational standpoint, really transformed my life and put me on a path of a different way of thinking and a different way of living and just a different way of being. And the interesting thing was that I learned this at a time in my life when I was, my first experience with Zig was after an all-night drug and alcohol-induced bender. Stayed up all night, went to a conference of his the next day, and it transformed my life and set me on a path to end all that stuff. So over 30 years ago. But anyway, the story was neat, and the way he told it was really neat, and I'm going to share it with you now. So imagine this. It's you're laying in bed. It's January the 5th. And you're asleep and the phone rings. Now it's snowing. Overnight it snowed a little bit. It's cold outside. Somebody's left the window open a little bit, and it's blowing the cold air in, and you feel the chill of the air, and you pick up the phone, and the person on the other end says, "Guess what? Great news. I've got an all expense paid trip to Acapulco, Mexico. You have a private jet. You, your wife, family, all of them. You show up at the airport, private jet there. You have your own cabana right on the beach. You have a personal chef's going to cook for you every day. You have money every day that you can spend however you want. It's in an account for you waiting down there. It's a 2-week trip or 1-week trip, whatever, and it's all expenses paid, everything top of the line, top flight, guaranteed, no problem, no question. All you have to do is be at the airport tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. to get in the plane and go. All expenses paid, everything's covered, no problem, no sweat. And you hang up the phone and you are floored. You are just astonished. And then you start thinking about this and you say, well, wait a minute, gosh, I can't just pick up and go tomorrow. That's insane. I've got that meeting this week. I've got these reports I have to get done. I've got this person I'm supposed to go and see, and I've got all this stuff that I can do. I need to do this week, and there's no way I can do it. And just about that time, your wife pokes you in the side and says, "Wait a minute, Charlie Brown. If you are thinking for 1 minute about not going to Acapulco, New Mexico, on a private jet with a personal chef, everything paid, all expenses paid, the whole 9 yards." Everything done. If you are thinking for 1 minute about not doing that, I'm going to tell you it's not happening. We are going to do it. Now let's get out. So she gets out a piece of paper and a list, and she says, okay, what do you got to do? She says, well, I've got that meeting. Well, your assistant can take care of that. Boom. She says, well, I've got to go here and do this. She says, well, I can cover that for you. And she writes that down. And she says, well, no, I've got to get these reports done. She says, darn well your assistant can handle that. We're going to take care of that. So we just go down the list, boom, 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 boom. And we list everything off, and we get busy on it, and we knock all of this stuff out that we were going to have to do for that coming week, and we knock it all out in one day, and everybody is helping, and it all gets done. And that's what Drew was talking to me about. He said, man, I'm trying to knock all this stuff out and get it all done in a couple of days, and so I can go on vacation. And so the question is, and the secret to this is, and how you're going to be able to make more money is, why don't you live every day like you're going to Mexico tomorrow? And it was just such a revelation that, you know what, that makes sense. Because if you live every day like you have to get everything done in the week, you know how you are before you go on vacation. You're knocking everything out. You're pumping it out. You're assigning tasks that you would normally handle yourself to other people. You're getting it all done. You're just accomplishing so much on such a short time frame because you want to be ready to go on vacation. Why don't you go on vacation? Live your life like you're going on vacation every day. Run your business like you're going on vacation every day. And it's just such a revolutionary concept. And I guarantee that if you do that, not only will you make more money, you will achieve more. You will get to your goals quicker. Everything about your life will improve if you work with that kind of a fevered pace and go after everything that you want with the same kind of vigor as if you were going on vacation tomorrow. I remember a while back when I was thinking in terms of working out. I was saying, like, I just can't seem to generate enough time to get to the gym and do what I want to do. And I've been a gym rat all my life, and looking forward to getting back into that after I get past this knee surgery, get the rehab all done there, and get back out on the road and start doing some road work on the bike and all kinds of stuff. But I remember thinking about that and thinking, I need more hours in the day. Is what I need. So what I ended up doing was I just looked at my schedule, and I said, you know what I'm going to do? Instead of getting up at 6 every day and sitting around for an hour and a half, chit-chatting, drinking coffee, and doing all that, I'm going to get up at 5, and I'm going to go directly to the gym. So I made my day longer by adding that extra hour in the morning, which enabled me to get out, do my road work, go to the gym, get some exercise, come back home. I could still spend a little time drinking coffee and chit-chatting and having breakfast, and then heading off to the office and going to work. So, one of the things I hear people say all the time, which just bugs the hell out of me, is that, I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for this. And, oddly enough, the people who say that the most are the ones who, generally speaking, have all the time in the world. And it just floors me every time I hear somebody who's and not picking on anybody in particular, but say somebody who's on public assistance or not working or, at home all day. I ain't got time for this. Well, the reality is all you'd have is time. You have plenty of time. There's more time, Donald Trump, thinking of in terms of a businessman, but now he's president. But I mean, Donald Trump is a billionaire several times over. Zuckerberg is a billionaire several times over. And so I mean, all these guys, we all have 24 hours in a day. Everybody gets up at the same time, or the day starts at 1 minute after midnight and ends at midnight. We all get 24 hours, and every day we all put our pants on one leg at a time. We all have the same amount of time each and every day to accomplish stuff. Depends on you. whether or not you're going to accomplish what you set your goals for. And sometimes it may feel like you're not making any progress whatsoever. But the important thing is to remember that it's a process. It's a journey. You got to keep on plugging away, keep on doing those little things every day to move forward. And then all of a sudden it'll be boom, boom, boom. Things will start happening, and people will look around. They'll look at you and say, "Gosh, aren't you lucky? That was really lucky. You get all the breaks." And nobody sees the back end of that, which is the weeks or months or years of work that went in to getting you into a position to be able to capitalize on those quote lucky breaks. Boom, boom, boom. Luck is nothing but where preparation meets opportunity, and the opportunity to the unprepared will only make them look stupid. So if you're prepared for the opportunity when it hits, then you're ready to go when it does. And it's a great lesson. It's a great opportunity to learn and to achieve more. So if you want to make more money, you know what you got to do? You got to work. You got to work harder. You got to work longer. It's like when you're painting. Have you ever? I've got a painter upstairs, or one of my buddies, my service providers is a painter handyman. He's upstairs doing some work in one of the suites, and he'll be up there for 2 or 3 days, and be doing all the cutting in. You're doing all the cutting in. You're cutting around the edges. You're doing the baseboards. You're doing the trim along the top and everything, and you just spend it. You're patching holes and filling things, and it just looks like nothing's getting done. And then all of a sudden, the last day, you're in there and you're on the roller and you're just covering ground. And then in a matter of a few hours, it's all painted. Yeah, the preparation is what makes it go smooth when you finally get to the roller. So anyway, guys, that's the message for this morning. Went a little bit longer, but that's okay. I could talk forever. You guys hit me up in the comments if you have any comments or thoughts or anything to add to that. I love interacting with you and whatnot. Feel free to please give me a like on the YouTube. Give me the hearts on the Facebook side if you're watching on the Facebook side. Doesn't matter whether you think you can or you think you can't. You're right. Have a great day. God bless.